Welcome back to Kingdom Self Business on this series, Mindset Shift from Survivor to Success. What I say, survivor level to multi-millionaire level. Now, we continue on our episode. We are on question 8. Do you believe changing your mindset can change your life, and how? Okay, that's another question there. Do you believe? Yes or no? Then how? Okay, now go ahead.
Of course, I believe changing your mindset can change your. Of course, I believe changing your mindset can change your life due to maybe personal experiences that you've encountered in life, like maybe things that has happened to people in like things that has happened to people and you've experienced. Like maybe like when people talk their stories and it touches your heart, like maybe they are, how will I put it, kind of the way the story of their life went, maybe from hardship to success, and you could learn from that and try to adjust that with your own life perspective to fight for your own positive achievement too. So I do believe changing your mindset can change your life positively.
Okay, what I got from there is that when you listen to other people's success story, it helps you to shift your mindset that I can do it as well, right? Yeah. That's it. I can do it as well. It's a mindset shift. That's good. Hi there. I just want to take a moment to shout out to you, our viewers. If you are not yet a subscriber, I want to appeal to you to hit the subscribe button now. This will enable us to continue to make videos like this just for you. My promise to you is this: if you are a subscriber and you put in the comment section the kind of topic or video you want, I will go ahead and do a research and make a video just for you. That's my promise to you. Enjoy the rest of the video. God bless. Okay, anybody wants to add to that? Okay, let's see. What does the average person says? Average surviving person. Maybe, but it feels like there's only so much you can do. And what does an average successful person says? Definitely, the moment I changed my mindset, I began to see positiveness where I used to see limitation. Now, this brings us back to the previous question too. Mindfulness. Mindfulness. Are you mindful? Because what is happening to a lot of people is they are not mindful. Not that they cannot change their mindset. They don't know the link between the mindset and success or failure. And if they know, they are not mindful of it. Just like the answer we got. It says maybe it feels like there's only so much you can do. You know, they're not really mindful of it. Being super duper conscious that mindset, your present state of mindset, affects what you achieve and the possibilities that come your way is what can make you to be able to shift your mindset from survivor to success. Okay, let's take the next question. Question 9. It says, what strategies do you use, if at all, to maintain a positive mindset? What strategies do you use, if at all, to maintain a positive mindset? We'll remember that we said that there is, even in the midst of positive mindset, there is also negative mindset. So this question is like saying, how do you erase that negative mindset? It's similar to what we asked you before when you said you took action, and you were able, by that action, to be able to erase the fear, to defeat that fear. So this is just another question that's saying, what strategies? Now, being conscious that you use a particular strategy is what matters. Because if you are not conscious of it, let's say they are not there are not so many winning strategies. There are not so many. There are only very few winning strategies. But when you discover a winning strategy, you stay with it. You understand? When you discover, and that's being conscious. Being conscious that there was a winning strategy I used to overcome that fear. Can I use it again? You remember David. David said, oh, I was in my father's farm. A lion came. I overcame the lion, not by my strength, but by God. And a bear came. I overcame the bear. He was conscious that it was not his strength. You understand what I'm saying? He was conscious that it was not his strength, by his wisdom or his physical strength that helped him to overcome the lion. He remembered that it was by God. That's why he said, I will overcome you, Goliath, in the name of the Lord. Because he knew that it was not his strength. A lot of people achieve success, and they don't know what strategy. They don't know the strategy. So being able to know the strategy that worked is so important. And that's what brought this question. That what strategy do you think that even when you had a negative mindset, and you were able to have a positive mindset, do you remember that strategy? Can you share that strategy with us? That's what we're talking about.
Well, I would say part of the strategies are maybe like by being positive, by taking action. Like you said the other time too, by being mindful again.
So in your experience, can you give us an experience and what strategy you used in that experience?
Okay, like for instance, I've done a taxi business for quite some time, and most times, you make a lot of miscellaneous expenses, as in, like when I first started the business, I was making a lot of miscellaneous expenses due to the fact that I don't have that much experience in that business. But as time goes on, I started learning so much from it. Like maybe in the morning, if I want to go out, they will tell you have to check your engine, check your oil, check this, check that, so that it won't give you problems by the end of the day when you go out. So all those things and the experience helped me to be able to fight more towards the business while I was practicing it.
Okay, let me ask you a question from my experience too, because I drove a taxi. I drove taxi for, I think, about 1.5 years or close to 2 years. Okay, and I can share an experience relating to this. Okay, I knew I was in Chicago. I started driving taxi in Chicago, and I had to go to Maryland because I realized Maryland will enable me to be able to pursue my license as a pharmacist easier than Chicago. But while in Maryland, I was like a tech, let me put it like that, and a tech that had no papers. If you know what that means you are not being paid the regular salary that they'll pay a tech, because they know you don't have papers, so they pay you very little. Okay, so, and that was my situation then. I was being like underpaid, so they couldn't take care of my expenses. And remember, I was driving taxi in Chicago, where I was making good money, and I came to Maryland, and I was trying to pursue my license as a pharmacist, and I was being paid so I was like, man, they say your mouth has become wild. You couldn't even take care of my expenses. So I was like, okay, what will I do? And I have to pursue this license, but this money they are paying me is nothing. I feel like going back to Chicago and go and continue my taxi driving. So I now reach a conclusion that I'll be going to Chicago every weekend. Okay, I will go to Chicago, and I told my boss then that I will not work on Friday. Okay, so I work only Monday to Thursday. So I will go to Chicago either Thursday evening, 2 hours flight to Chicago. I'll go and get a taxi, and I told myself then that the money I used to make in 1 week, that I'm going to make it in 1 weekend. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I come back to Baltimore on Sunday. So in those four days, I must make the money I used to make in 1 week. That was the target I gave myself. Okay? And lo and behold, I made it. Every time I made it. Even some days I will go to Chicago on maybe it was too late for me to go on Thursday because I closed late, and I will have to go on Friday morning. So I've missed the Thursday night action. I know Thursday night in Chicago, very good. They call it ladies' night. All the ladies are outside, all the single ladies are outside clubbing, so they give a good tip. Everybody love Thursday night because ladies give good tip on taxes. So when you miss Thursday night, it's like, you've missed a good income. So I will go to Chicago on a Friday morning and I will say, man, I missed Thursday night, but I'm still going to make the same money I used to make in 1 week from Friday to Sunday, and I will make it. So when I look back, I say, it was my determination, because it wasn't easy. That means I worked longer hours. Definitely, yes. I worked longer hours. I had no break. Yes. Before, I used to eat and maybe sleep for 1 hour in the car. No sleep. That means I have to take more coffee. Yes. Took a lot of coffee because I wanted to stay awake. So that means on Friday, I will work from morning till 5 a.m. So I used to work like, what do we call it? 18. We call it 18-hour shifts, non-stop. That's what we call it. 18-hour shifts. That is, I get there by 8 a.m. on Friday. I pick up the cab. I will drive till 5 a.m. the next day, Saturday morning, non-stop, no break, no sleeping. Instead of sleeping, I drink coffee. I keep drinking coffee to keep awake, because I had a determination that I was going to make the same money that I made in 1 week. So, and when I remember those sacrifices, I remember it was because I made up my mind that I was going to make the same money. So I was ready to give it what it takes. It was painful. Did I almost have accident many times? Yes. Because I was sleepy on the wheel sometimes. But I remember that I had that mindset, that determination. Okay? See, what does the average person on the street say? I don't really have strategies. I just hope things get better. What does the average rich person say? I read motivational books, set goals, and surround myself with people who inspire and challenge me. Hope we can take a clue from that. I read motivational books, set goals, and surround myself with people that will inspire and challenge me. So, we're coming to the last question for today. In your opinion, what's the most important aspect of cultivating a successful mindset? What's the most important aspect? Today, we are discussing a lot of aspects of having a successful mindset. Which of those aspects do you think is the most important in having a successful mindset? So who can go? Who wants to go? Which one do you think is the most important?
For me, what I believe the most important is determination, focus, belief that you will achieve.
So out of those three you mentioned, which one do you think is the strongest?
Taking action. Taking action.
Taking action.
Action.
I think taking action is the strongest. Okay. What about you? Which one you think is strongest?
Taking action and work towards it. Your action.
Yeah, that's taking action. Okay. People say taking action is the most important thing. Okay. What does the average surviving person says? I don't know. I guess staying hopeful. But it's what does the average successful person says? I believe in myself and my vision, no matter what. That belief fuels persistency and resilience. So the average successful person is saying that the most important aspect is belief. And I can share this. You know, the definition of faith in the Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So belief, a strong belief, leads you to taking action. We've discussed this in another video. I might just put a link there where believing in yourself can push you to take necessary actions that you need to take in order to achieve success. So we're going to end it here today. I hope you got something. Like I said, the next video we're going to come to the conclusion of this whole thing, and my word of advice or to help you to be able to change from a surviving mindset to a multi-billionaire mindset. Till we see next video, and remember to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.